Chelsea were hot. It has already been a pretty long slog over the summer for these two, having fulfilled obligations to put on a performance for their more far-flung fan bases as they meet for a third time since the FA Cup final at the end of May. Chelsea were hot favourites on that occasion to sweep aside the Gunners on the back of claiming the Premier League title, but Aaron Ramsey's late surge into the box to head home ensured a third, triumphing 4 seasons and a lifeline for under-fire Arsene Wenger. The curtain goes up again on another campaign for the Frenchman, and the decision was probably the correct one to keep him at the helm. I am sure there will still be a few dissenting voices among the fans, but nothing a solid start won't appease. I mentioned this will be a third meeting over the summer. Chelsea managed to exact a modicum of revenge with a comfortable 3-0 triumphing Beijing's Bird's Nest Stadium just a fortnight ago, with Arsenal looking rather leggy, having already played a handful of games in Australia and China. Chelsea took full advantage as they blitzed their opponents either side of half-time, with an increasingly confident-looking Michy Batshuayi registering an impressive double. The Belgian is set for a much bigger role after netting the title winner at West Brom in May, bearing in mind Antonio Conte's patience seems to have run out when it comes to the moody Diego Costa with the Spaniard told he is not part of the team's plans. The arrival of £70 million Alvaro Morata from Real Madrid makes him the main man over the longer term, but he very much needs to prove his sharpness for this early test, and Batshuayi is a much more tempting prospect here in any goal-scorer market. That said, it has been a rather underwhelming off-season for Chelsea overall, bar steamrolling Arsenal having suffered defeats to Bayern Munich since in the Audi Cup and Inter Milan. Conte has seen just 4 new players arrive at Stamford Bridge so far, admittedly spending a small fortune on them, with Timo Bakayoko still on the easy list after a minor knee operation, while Eden Hazard is still having after surgery on his ankle. Pedro has given Conte a boost as he could be ready to go on Sunday wearing a protective face mask, having been clobbered by an on-rushing David Ospina in China, but another summer arrival Antonio Rudiger will not play anywhere near 90 minutes, having only just gone back to training following the Confederations Cup. Arsenal bounced back nicely from the Chelsea mauling to lift the Emirates Cup on their own patch last weekend, thrashing Benfica 5-2, then losing 2-1 to Sevilla courtesy of a Stevens and Z-Wonder goal 24 hours later, but doing enough on goal difference to prevail. New wing-back Sead Kolasinac really caught the eye with some muscular bursts down the flank as Wenger used weekend to give the majority of his first-team squad a run out, with them seemingly over the previous exertions of those Far East exploits. Alexis Sanchez has shaken off a bout of flu too and pushed himself hard in training this week as he attempts to make the starting lineup, while Mesut Ozil and Aaron Ramsey are both healthy enough to give Wenger the opportunity to select a strong lineup. We get a chance to run the rule over Alexander Lacazette.